Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2019 Kubota B2301 tractor with a loader and a backhoe that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, show you anything that I see, talk about anything that I know, then of course we'll fire it up, we'll run it through its paces, let you hear the engine, show you the pins up front on the loader, show you the pins back here on the backhoe. Sorry in advance if the audio is off, it's getting really breezy out here today. I'll try to shield the microphone the best I can. We'll lift the front end up, back it up, show you the four-wheel drive works. As always, if you are in the market for a used tractor, a used piece of ag equipment, or a used piece of construction equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, it's a 2019 B2301 OROPS four-wheel drive. It's got the LA 435 front loader with skid steer mount quick attach and third function front auxiliary hydraulics. It's got a BH70 Backhoe hydro transmission. We do have the 3-point arms. It's got mid-mount PTO, tilt steering, and cruise control. 294 hours. So here in a little bit, like I said, we'll fire it up. We'll show you these front pins are nice and tight up here. Hydraulics are nice and strong. For now, I'm going to get up close to everything, just kind of walk around, show you. Paint's still pretty darn bright. It's got your typical scuffs and scratches up here in the front. Nothing I wouldn't expect for a used loader tractor. But main orange paint here is really good. Again, just typical scuffs, some small scratches. You can see there that paint's reflective. Loader's nice and straight, no huge dents or dings there. Decals starting to flake just a little bit, pretty common. If you're at all familiar with Kubota, their decals are not the greatest. Everything looks good here on the loader mount. Looking at the front tire on this side, I'm gonna say we're at least 70% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair there. These don't start with a super tall tread depth to begin with. R4 tires here. No weather checking there that I can see. Taking a little step back here, looking at that front rim. Front rim's good. That orange paint's nice and bright. A few little scuffs and scratches on that outer edge. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Go around to the back, look at this back fender. A couple small little scuffs right down here, but that fender's nice and straight. No huge dents or dings. Again, that orange paint is very bright and reflective there. You can see the camera reflection there. Nice and clean here. A little bit of dirt there. Actually, that's, I don't know what that is. It's kind of stuck to the paint. Couple scuffs and scratches right here. Up underneath the bottom side of that fender, everything looks really good here. Looking at the rear tire, again, very deep tread bars. I'm very comfortable saying we're 70% or better. I think I'm being very fair there. Really no weather checking to speak of here. Taking a little step back, looking at the rear rim on this side. Again, that orange paint's nice and bright. Couple small little dings here. Otherwise, actually, all around that outer edge, everything looks pretty good. Outrigger on this side, everything looks good here. Sorry, I'm fighting a cold here, so my voice probably sounds a little funny, and I've got the sniffles. Looking at the boom and the stick here on the backhoe attachment on this BH70. Again, very bright and reflective paint. I don't see anything that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere. Just typical. There's scuffs and scratches here and there. Paint chipping just a little bit there on that outer edge. You can see some paint missing on the backhoe bucket from where it's been used, but it still retains a lot of that original orange paint. Come around to the back side, everything looks good there. That bucket's in good shape. Again, nothing on this side that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere. Down here, everything looks good. Controls are good. Outrigger on this side looks good. Some scuffs and scratches here on the inside of this fender. This side over here, not so much. Couple small ones there. Taking a look at the rear tire on this side. Again, very deep tread bars there. Not really seeing any weather checking to speak of. Taking a little step back, looking at the rear rim on this side. Again, that orange paint's really good here, nice and bright. Couple small little chips right in here. Actually, that was just a speck of dirt. Couple little ones right there and there. Outer edge of the rim looks really good. I'm not seeing any big dings there. Underneath side of this fender, everything looks really good here. Small little dent right here in that fender and a couple scratches above it, couple small scratches there. Otherwise, this paint, as you can see there, is very bright and reflective. A little bit of a tear here in that rubber floor mat. Looking at the front tire on this side, matches up really well to the other side. Again, no weather checking really to speak of here. Looking at that front rim. Again, the paint's pretty bright. Couple small little scratches here. Couple down here. A little ding right there in that outer edge. Otherwise, everything looks pretty good. Looking at the loader arms on this side. Again, nice and straight. I'm not seeing anything that looks like it's been cracked or welded or plated anywhere. Again, this decal on this side's peeling just a little bit there. Backside of that skid steer mount plate, everything looks really good there. Taking a look at this bucket. As you can see here, that bucket still retains 90% of the original orange paint, just typical scuffs and scratches from being used. No big bows or dents or dings in the bottom of that bucket. Cutting edge looks nice and square. Everything looks good there. Grill guard's got a few dings in it, dented here and here. Kind of just doing its job, but you can see down here on this very bottom, there's some scratches here. That black mesh has a small spot right here that's got a dent, and then the actual plastic mesh is cracked right here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Headlights look okay. Looking at the top of the hood, that orange paint is nice and bright. There are some scratches up here, some rock chips here, and there are several small scratches up here on the top of the hood. I don't know how well you guys can see them, but there are a bunch of them up here. They're just real light scratches in the paint, but they are definitely there. I've got the hood unlatched here. Alright, looking up here in the front, everything looks good there. Fins are nice and straight there on the radiator. Coming up here, looking at the top side of the engine. As you can see there, nice and clean. We'll go over to the side, see what we can see over here. Readjust my camera a little bit. Try to get in here the best I can. Try not to bump the microphone too much. That's not going to work. There you can kind of see down in there, nice and clean. I don't see any oil or diesel or antifreeze running anywhere. Oil pan's good here. That front axle looks good. That shield that covers the steering cylinder on this side is bent, as you can see. The one on this side is okay. Try to get in here so you can see a little bit and shield the microphone. That wind's getting pretty gusty here. There you can see, nice and dry in there. Again, I don't see any oil or diesel or antifreeze running. Come down here, see the side of the block a little better. Everything looks good there. Take a look at the operator station. A little bit of the paint wore off here, right where your foot rubs when you get on and off. The rubber mat is good on this side. I showed you it does look like there's a tear over here. Brake pedals are fine. Diff lock's good. Hydro pedals in good shape. Looking at the seat. I don't see any cuts or tears on the bottom cushion of the seat. Same thing with that backrest portion. Everything looks good there. I'm not seeing any cuts or tears. Armrests are both present and accounted for. This foam is getting a little hard and starting to crack. I don't know how well you guys can see it. There's a couple little chips out of it on this side. This one doesn't really have any chips out of it, but you can see it's starting to get hard and crack just a little bit there. 3-range hydro, everything's good there. PTO selectors, 4-wheel drive, 3-point. Loader controls, it does have the front auxiliary hydraulics, so you got your buttons here, turn it on here, everything looks good there. Tilt steering wheel, which is a really nice feature on this series of the compacts. Everything down there on the dash looks good. 294.9 on the hour meter. Throttle, your lights, everything looks good there. Here you can probably see those scratches maybe a little better on the hood with it tilted up in the way that I'm sitting up here. Like I said, just some light scratches. There's quite a few of them here in this section. But the rest of it, as you can see there, is very reflective. All right, like I said, this one's a 2019 Kubota B2301, 294 hours. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll get that hood shut, we'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.